What if I told you one of my earliest copiers just hit over 500% gain on eToro? Not by luck, but by sticking through every phase of the crypto cycle with discipline. And now, we are entering the next major window of opportunity, and this could be the last true bull run before crypto goes fully institutional. So let me show you exactly how I got here and how I plan to ride the next wave. Let's talk about track record because results matter. I entered Bitcoin around 6,321 sometime in 28th of March, as well as XRP 46 cents, and the last but not least is BNP, right? $30.54 sometime in December 2020. All these I timestamp and can be verified through my eToro portfolio. So you just click on my portfolio, you can go down to all the transactions to see the timestamp details and what's the percentage being bought. Alright. So these were all not random buys. They were strategic entries based on a mix of sentiment, structure, and macro positioning. For instance, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, I bought some time back in 28th of March 2020 when Bitcoin was 6,331. As of date, its possible gain is 1,700%. BNP bought at $30.54. As of date, it gained approximately 2,300%, as well as XRP bought it at 46 cents on 13 May 2020, and as of date, it gained approximately 600%. The result? One of my copiers, who stuck with me since early days, just crossed the 500% mark. And the best part is, we are not done. So to put into perspective, right? If one were to invest $1,000 in Singapore fixed deposit for 7 years, he will get approximately 18% because fixed D, if you look at the latest fixed D, is around 2.45% based on the DBS fixed D. And treasury bills for 7 years, treasury bills give you an average yield of 2.72%. So accounting to compounding, 7 years will give you approximately 20%, meaning to say $1,000 invested will get you back $1,200. What about SPX? If one were to invest in the SPX index for 7 years, you'll get approximately 120%. I'm using the 1st of April 2019 as a starting point because that is the equivalent starting point of my copier. Because this copier of mine actually copied me since 2019 April. So using all this as an apple-to-apple comparison, he will get back, if let's say SPX, he will get back $2,200 if he were to invest $1,000. What if he were to copy my portfolio with $1,000? That would mean he will get back $6,000 for a 500% gain. Of course, all this won't be simple because there will be ups and downs. Some people who couldn't take the volatility will just give up along the way. If he couldn't withstand the drawdown of maybe 9%, right? Couldn't withstand the drawdown of 9% in 2019 and left, or couldn't withstand the drawdown of 47% in 2022, he wouldn't be able to see such returns at the end. That's why it's very important. Next, I want to talk about the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is a very important chart for us to know where we are, how much further Bitcoin will push, how much further the altcoin will push, stuff like this. So in short, this Bitcoin dominance is measuring the percentage of Bitcoin weightage in the whole crypto market. So for instance, now Bitcoin dominance is somewhat at around 60%, meaning to say if you look at the whole crypto market with all the different coins, around 60% of the total crypto market capital is in Bitcoin, whereas 40% is in other coins such as Ethereum, XRP, BNP, Solana, and stuff like this. So this is a way to know how much percentage is in Bitcoin and how much percentage in altcoin. This dominance chart, right, just to give a top-down view of how we look at this is, there are three main phases for this crypto market. The first phase is the risk-off phase, whereby crypto market is falling but dominance is increasing. The second phase is called crypto wealth creation, whereby the crypto market is increasing, right? Crypto market is increasing, but the Bitcoin dominance is also increasing at the same time. And last but not least is the alt season, whereby the altcoins literally explode, whereby XRP, BNP, Dogecoin, whatsoever rally 10x, 100x. So in short, this is what all this Bitcoin dominance chart is all about. So 2 months ago, right, I posted this feed in eToro. You can actually backtrack 2 months ago in eToro feed on my feed. Around 22nd of May, I mentioned that Bitcoin, their dominance, there are two scenarios. It's either it break down below the 62.19% or it will rally to 66% before it drop again. It's just that the alt seasons is delayed but not denied. The strong alts will continue to grow. So either way, the outlook is bullish. So that's what I say today. That's what I said back then. And fast forward today, looking at the alt coins as well as the dominant chart, we hit a very important zone. This ascending resistance is a very important zone whereby it requires a lot of volume to break up. If let's say it doesn't, highly likely it is a point of inflection whereby it will reverse. And that's the point whereby I know it's highly likely this is the point whereby it could be the starting phase of the alt season. Take a look. I mentioned 66% and it indeed reaches 66% before it retraces back down again. So fast forward today, what we see now is that this is the time whereby altcoins will begin to outperform, but it does not mean that the Bitcoin will stop running. If you look at the data, back in 2021, Bitcoin dominance peaked around 73%. However, despite Bitcoin dominance peaking at 73%, Bitcoin continued to rally for another 90%. If you look at it here, from 28 December 2020 when Bitcoin dominance peaked, it pushed up for additional 90%. So it's something that we cannot take for granted. And the thing is, alt season, the period of time whereby the alts, the alternate coins actually explode, back then in 2021 is during that 49 days period. Using 15 March 2021 to 10 May 2021. For instance, if you look at BNP, during these two periods, BNB rallied around 150%, XRP rallied around 150%, and Dogecoin, it rallied around 1,100%. And that's the reason why it's very important to know crypto rotation, because if one were to just stay in Bitcoin during the 15 March 2021 to 10 May 2021, it's effectively going sideways. There's no gains in Bitcoin and whatsoever, it's just going sideways. But if you know how to rotate all this Bitcoin back into BNP, XRP, Dogecoin or whatsoever, you know how to leverage on more profits to gain the extra 2x, 5x, and sometimes if you know how to find and select the right coins, you'll be additional 10x. And that's the setup we are seeing right now. So instead of holding on to all these Bitcoin during that odd season, why not rotate and capitalize on additional gains? So my approach is simple but disciplined. We will lock up 70% of our Bitcoin profits for capital protection. Alright? Then we will rotate 30% into selected altcoins based on momentum. We use the use case as well as the structure. These aren't meme plays because I use tools like Fear and Greed Index, Bitcoin dominance, technical analysis to find the sweet spot for entry. It's not about YOLO gains, it is about compounding intelligently through each leg of the cycle. Let's be honest, the 10x to the 50x opportunities are becoming harder as crypto matures. Institutions are here, regulation is tightening, the edge that retail once had is shrinking. If you look at articles like the BlackRock, who offer 150 billion blockchain treasury funds, the Arizona passes reserve bills, stuff like this, where the crypto becomes infrastructures, institutional adoption really means something. All this tells us that institutions are here and getting more mainstream. But right now, we are still early enough in the cycle, and this might be the last bull run where retail investors can truly get asymmetric returns, right? And that's why I'm managing this transition aggressively, protecting the capital first and rotating with precision. And this is very important. If you have been on the sidelines, right, or joined me during the 2021 highs and felt the pain of the drawdown, now is your window. Copy me on eToro and let me do the heavy lifting. I will continue to do the scanning of high conviction setups that have potential of 10x during the sideways movement of Bitcoin dominance, sideways movement of Bitcoin, stuff like this, whereby Bitcoin continue to go sideways. I will be able to find setups to follow up with more gains based on my research, as well as finding the technicals based on the different altcoin theses that I'm able to find to capitalize on more gains. Don't wait for the wave to pass, because it's important to ride along with what the last potential bull run. So link, if you want to know more about my eToro blog and stuff like this. For example, just 1 month ago, I bought into ApeCoin. This is one of the theses that I have been researching on. I entered at the 55 cents mark, and now today, fast forward today, is near like 70 cents, and this is one of the theses that I'm looking into. So thank you for watching. I'm Smurf. If you have more queries, go to the link of my YouTube, click on my eToro page, go through the portfolio and stuff to vet through all the timestamp where I bought it and stuff like this. With that, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye guys.